The same energy, the Force, pervades the entire universe, but its power differs according to volume, velocity, and configuration. Colours are not substances or things in fact, but records of currents of the power of the Force, and are in proportion to their deviation from linear to adverse parallelism. These fall under the divisor or multiple 3 for primaries, yellow, blue and red corresponding to the time 11, 33, 99 and so on. The same rule was applied by the ancient prophets in music, making 3 primary sounds, E, O, E, the words of the wind, but giving all other sounds to the beast, 66, which was supposed to cover the number of sounds from the lowest bass to the highest treble that could be produced from the animal creation. And these ranges of sound are manifest in people, whether singing or talking, according to the kind of force currents that fall upon a country in the grade he holds, so that even a whole people in one country will utter sounds higher or lower than in another country, some through the teeth, some in the throat, and yet others through the nose. Sounds, as in music, are not substance, but currents of air in motion, which register their broken discharges on the drum of the ear, so that it is possible for the ear to be so cultivated that it can detect these velocities, so as to determine the colours thereby. For of a truth, in entity, sounds and colours are one and the same thing, but registered, one on the eye and one on the ear. In other words, the 2 organs of sense discover the same thing differently. To one it is music, to the other it is colour. If a person is given to reverie because of music or colours, his soul travels in the currents thereof and he becomes oblivious to his surroundings. The force currents in that case pass through him uninterruptedly. If one instrument in a room is played upon, and other instruments in the same room are in tune, the currents of the force will cause the others to give off sounds faintly. If said instruments can be connected by wood fibres, the sounds will be louder. If the person in reverie holds the hands of others in the room, the same current will run through the whole. Hence, music is the greatest of all harmonizers. A person may be a great lover of music, but be so discordant in his disposition as not to enter the ecstatic state of revelry. Another person may not know how to sing 3 notes, but have so concordant a disposition that they are at once carried into ecstasy by music, or by colours, or by viewing the great harmonies of creation. The true prophet is such that has attained concordance. The force currents of any and everything pass through him. He sees and feels with his soul. He is a perpetual register of everything near at hand, and if he cultivate his talent so as to estimate results from there, the future and the past are as an open book to them. That which is erroneously called instinct in animals is the capacity to be moved by the positive and negative power of the force. Were the positive and negative currents equal in duration, the sexes born into the world will be equal in number. Males are the manifestation of positive power of the force, and females negative. The more positive the female, the less fruitful, but the opposite of this is the male's power. Vegetarian food for people cultivates the negative condition. Meat increases the positive, which is to say, meat carries man away from prophecy, away from spirituality. A nation of meat eaters will always cultivate in disbelievers in spirituality, and they become addicted to physical passions. Such men cannot understand spiritual matters. To them the world is vanity and vexation, if poor or rich, a place to revel in for lust's sake. Let the prophet steer clear of them, nor marry with them, nor have anything in common with them. For though a man learn all the motions and powers of the physical worlds, his information is still but a drop of water compared to the ocean, when measured by the seer and prophet that sees the atmospherian and etherian worlds.